Hello, hello. Seasons of Hustle Bootcamp Day 15. Tonight we are talking about Words Matter Part 2, which is all about social media. So let's face it, we live in a social media driven world. Can't imagine if social media would have existed when I was growing up and in high school. I'm kind of glad it didn't back then. But it exists now, and instead of letting it drive negativity, let's use it positively. Let's grow our businesses through it, and let's learn how to use it well. So let's think about all the different forms of social media there are. Obviously, we are on Facebook doing Facebook Live, so that is one form of social media. But then we have Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, all kinds of different social media platforms. And I'm sure there will be new ones to come too, which means we have to really dig back into that lifelong learning and learn new things. I know I still haven't figured out Instagram all the way. I'm still working on stories and followers and all of that stuff. So I'm in the process of learning that because we want to always obtain those new skills. So let's think about all the ways that we can use social media and the things to do and things not to do. I don't know about you, but I hate seeing posts when I'm scrolling through my news feed, which is not an income producing activity. So you should really limit your time on how much you're actually scrolling on your social media feed. But I hate negativity. So I hate seeing the posts of people just complaining about everything in life, but they're not willing to do anything to fix it. Or they're always saying, I had to wait this many minutes in the car, and I had to do, it's just negativity. So be sure that you're not falling into that same trap if you're trying to use your social media platform to grow your circle of influence and to grow your business. So let's think about ways that you can contribute on social media. So if you want interaction when you're posting on social media, you need to interact with others. So when you see posts of your friends and your people that you want to be future Young Living members, your crossline friends, your upline, your downline, comment on those, like those posts. Just be interactive, because the way the algorithms work, more people are going to see your post if you're interactive with their post. So that's going to help you if you are liking, commenting, and engaging on others' posts. If you do see somebody else's post, there is some etiquette to follow. So this has happened on a ton of my posts before. It actually happened this week during the sale. I had some verbiage and people are commenting on it. Can I use this? Can I share this? And so when you post with a comment that says, can I use this graphic? Mind if I steal this? Can I use this class or wording? Can I copy this post? Just don't do that, okay? That turns that post for that person to a salesy post instead of a post that actually had had comments from people and had interaction and had engagement. It turns it into salesy. So comment on their post and boost it with an uplifting comment. Things that you could say that would actually benefit the hard work of their intentional posting. That's what we can do to help each other as we see each other's posts. So people that work on these posts, I know I work really hard on those posts, and they're very carefully thought out with photos, graphics, text, and you can change the whole tone of a post with your comment. So if you do have a question like that, privately message that person instead of commenting. And good etiquette is you don't steal or copy and paste. You just don't do it. You can share it and give that person credit and say, I love the way my friend shared about this, read below. But it's just not, you don't want people to steal your hard work, so you shouldn't steal theirs. So we need to think about hot words on social media as well, just like we do with FDA compliance. So there is a list of words that Facebook actually puts in, and if they see too many of these, you can be put into like Facebook jail where you can't post or comment for a while, or the algorithms make it to where not as many people can see your post. So those words are share, tag, DM for direct message, PM for private message, invite, drop, sale, join, results, product tester, and business. So there's tons of other words you can use to get the same outcome, but just try to stay away from those list of hot words and your post will have a better chance of being seen. So when we are posting on our personal social media pages, it needs to be positive, it needs to be relatable, it needs to be about our life. Young living is a lifestyle that we want to share with others, and that's what we want people to see is the lifestyle that we live. Because I know for me, part of my lifestyle is healthy eating, being organic, we're gluten-free, we homeschool, different things like that. So it is a full lifestyle for us. I do not recommend having a separate Facebook page for your oils. Your oils are incorporated into your life, and so they should be incorporated into your personal social media. I've went to many trainings, read many books, post different things from many leaders in Young Living, and none of them really recommend having a separate group or page for potential members to look at first. Especially with all the algorithm changes, it's really hard to get traffic to those areas, and you're going to have to be putting in a ton of work over there when you could just be doing the natural thing and sharing your lifestyle on your personal page. So think about those 3 to 5 keywords that we talked about earlier in Bootcamp. So when somebody looks at your profile, what are 3 to 5 words that you want them to think about you when they scroll down through your Facebook feed? What words do you want to describe your life? So make an effort for your post to apply to those areas. We want our pages to not look like a storefront, and we don't want it to look like an infomercial. We want it to share the lifestyle that others want. We want it to attract people to what we have. So the negative post is what really deter people, and they will stop following you. If they leave a comment, reply. Okay, so maybe you did a post and you got 15 comments, but if you don't reply to those comments, what good is it really doing you? You need to interact with people just like if they were saying something to you in person. So I also want you to think about if you did a live video and somebody liked it, or you've seen somebody watching but they didn't comment, or you're doing post and they're liking the post or loving the post. Have you ever actually just reached out to them and said, hey, so-and-so, I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to watch my video or liking my post or whatever on such and such. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. And leave it at that. You would be surprised at how many doors of conversations that has opened and how many people have ended up getting a kit from just simple verbiage like that. A lot of times people have questions, but they are afraid to reach out and ask them. But if you start planting that seed of conversation, then it opens them up. They're like, well, yeah, I've actually been wondering about this for months, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times they are waiting for you to ask them. They all have a need that we need to figure out what it is and figure out how to fill it. So, we get on Facebook and it's got that section of here's your friends' birthdays today. Do you actually do that? Do you actually wish your friends a happy birthday? How often are you adding new Facebook friends or Instagram followers? Okay, so this is an area that is an income producing activity. It's going to broaden your circle of influence. You should be adding new friends to your Facebook weekly or daily. Okay, at least weekly. On Instagram, you need to find people who have that same 3 to 5 words. Follow them, comment when it feels natural, and they may possibly follow you back, and they may fall in love with the Young Living lifestyle as well. Also, did you know that you can actually download your Facebook friends list? And this is pretty eye-opening. When you download that sucker and you print it out and you go through it and you mark off all the people that's already on your team or cross-line friends, and you see who's left, there's you an entire list of future Young Living members. So then you can be intentional about going to those people's pages and interacting and commenting on their posts so they're seeing your post. Okay, so there's ways to build your circle of influence with the people you already have on your social media. So when you are posting, they want to keep the business type post So your oily post, about one post to every 5 to 10 other posts that you have. You want to talk about wellness, purpose, and abundance. You want to share valuable information, and don't just use pretty graphics. I know we love the pretty graphics. Those are more for your product groups. Taking those natural photos in your house with your messy kitchen, with your pile of laundry, whatever it is, people want to see real. They want to see that our lives are not perfect, because they totally aren't. That's what people want to see. So share how you're using the products in your daily life. Diffuser recipe in your house with your diffuser on. Food recipes. I do Whip It Up Wednesday on my personal page, and I share a food recipe on Facebook Live every Wednesday. An oily life hack, a DIY, a way to ditch and switch. You made the soft scrub or whatever it is that you're doing that week. Just use that, because that's part of your natural lifestyle. Every once in a while you can talk about the income opportunity, but don't do it too often, and be sure you link the income disclosure statement. So we also need to do engagement posts on our social media. And some of the funniest, silliest questions I have posted on Facebook have gotten like hundreds of comments, okay? One of the biggest ones was, which way to put your toilet paper on the toilet paper roll. It was hilarious, the amount of comments and the interaction and the conversations that happened about toilet paper. So what about asking, do you do ham or turkey on Christmas? What's your favorite movie on Netflix? What's your favorite series on Netflix? This or that. Do you like pizza or tacos better? I mean, there's so many things. You can even Google search, engagement posts to give you ideas. But there's also a list of random ideas, which is super fun, that you can post on social media. It's actually daysoftheyear.com. And so it gives a full list of days of the year. So like one day this week was National Clean Your Desk Day or something. So you could have posted a picture of your desk, and it could have had a diffuser on it, and you could have, talked about, hey, it's National Clean Your Desk Day. It's the only day of the year my desk is clean. Make something fun out of it to get interaction. So there's usually 4+ things per day that you can choose from on that. So that's a really fun way. If you're like, I completely don't know what to post about today, it's always something that you can check. And that's also a way you can look ahead and schedule some posts where you at least have one post per week or one post per day happening. So just Google social media posting challenges or social media content, social media 30-day chart. There's all kinds of social media ideas out there. But I've got a list of prompts for you to follow and ideas just to kind of help get the ball rolling. And you can modify these, you can stick to these how they are. But I actually have a list of 30 ideas that I wanted to share with you guys just to get you started, so you can find some of that other content. So on the first day, introduce yourself. Say, I haven't introduced myself in a while. Here's a little about me. Some of you may or may not know, blah, blah, blah. And tell about yourself, because you've gotten new friends and new followers. Number 2, post like an oldie but a goodie throwback photo. It can include a fun or funny, meaningful story or an inspiring story. The third one, you can share a tip about something you do well. Make sure it aligns with your personal brand, those 3 to 5 words that we talked about, or what you want people to think of you, or how you would want to be best described. Number 4, tag someone you're inspired by and share a story. Number 5, share 5 things you love right now. You could talk about oils and post a photo of an oil next to your diffuser or something within your home. So not a graphic, but something in your home. Number 6, ask a fill-in-the-blank question. Number 7, show your kitchen and tell a story. One of my uplines, one of her biggest posts on social media was she had this big bucket of water and put some thieves cleaner in it and dumped it in her floor and got towels, and her kids were dancing on the floor, cleaning the floor. Like it was a fun way to clean the floor. That was one of her most watched videos. So just have fun with it. People want to see your messy kitchen, by the way. Number 8, share things you love about your spouse or significant other. Number 9, introduce or talk about your kids or your pets. Number 10, share oils that your kids or your pets must have or love. You could talk about sleep, focus, concentration, lots of different ways there. Okay, let's see. Number 11, share a resource or app you love. So this would be a great time to talk about Marco Polo. And if you're on there, hit me up because it's like my favorite and this is why. Let's see. Getting lost in this list here. Number 12, list 3 things that you're grateful for. Number 13, share 1 thing that you can't live without. Number 14, ask your friends or followers if they prefer this or that. Number 15, give a mini lesson on something you do well. A Facebook Live would be great here. So this could be like a DIY thing, a tutorial, a cooking recipe, whatever it is that you do well. Number 16, show your workspace and tell a story. Number 17, post a quote that inspires you. Number 18, share a book that you've recently read and what you learned from it. Number 19, give a shout out to a local business that you love. So maybe a healthy restaurant, a local nonprofit, something like that. Number 20, talk about why you started your business. 21, talk about your hobby or passion, not oils related. So something, cooking, fitness, travel, something like that. Number 22, share something you recently splurged on. Number 23, share real talk, your messy life, happy kids in school, something vulnerable but relatable. Number 24, ask advice about something funny or simple. Number 25, share your daily routine or a savvy 5-minute face. Number 26, share what you did over the weekend. Number 27, post a funny photo and ask people to caption this. Those are really fun. Number 28, share an article that fits your personal brand. Articles on chemicals in the home, toxic ingredients, makeup, smoothie recipes, acorn wheat, antioxidants. I mean, there's so many options here. Number 29, cross-promote your other social media networks with the story. So let people know where to find you on Instagram, YouTube, those other platforms. And number 30, share a tip on a tip or how-to in a Facebook Live. So focus on something related to oils in this one. So doing those type of things and being consistent, that's the key with social media. Being consistent, you are going to have people that are reaching out. You have so many people that are watching that don't like and comment, and they're waiting to see if you are going to be a quitter or if you are in this thing. So I loved this quote that was posted by someone in my team earlier this week during the PSK sale. Using an iPad here, and I'm not used to that. Usually I have this printed out. Okay, so this was the quote. I want to read it directly so I don't change the words here. Don't ever quit sharing. Sometimes I get frustrated at the pace in which my business grows. I think everyone needs oils, and it's so hard to watch people go back and forth and not commit. Sometimes I get discouraged thinking my sharing is more annoying than productive, but I do it anyway. I like sharing. People are watching even if they aren't saying anything. Yesterday I had someone get a kit and on Essential Rewards. Someone I never considered personally reaching out to. Someone who has never commented on any of my posts. Our sharing works. Be faithful. Keep it up. I needed to be reminded of this. So you never know who is watching. You will get those random messages from time to time if you are just consistent. And then there's one other thing known as a momentum post that builds like momentum and kind of this curiosity, because I do have something big that's coming at the end of boot camp. So you're really not going to want to miss the last day of boot camp because we have a huge announcement. Are you dying to know what it is? Because we for real have a huge announcement. We're going to be releasing something that you guys are going to be so excited about. And so you get excited because you're hearing that information and you want to know what it is. So are you going to come back? And are you going to be here on the last day of boot camp so you can hear what that announcement is live? That creates momentum and curiosity. So that's going to be my last tip with social media for tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to jump into chapter 10, which is put it in order. We're going to talk about all things organization, okay? Because I know that's an area all of us kind of need help with. So that's what we're diving into tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.